Hello everyone and welcome to the Pharmacist. Today we are going to start with our new interesting chapter, that is the lymphatic system. So what is the lymphatic system? It is a system which is responsible for certain defense mechanism. Okay, it is essentially a drainage system accessory to the venous system. Look in the diagram first. You will see that lymphatic system is interconnected with the blood venous system. Okay, it plays an important part in increasing body resistance and immunity. We will see later on how lymphatic system is important in the part of body's resistance and immunity. It removes larger particles that escapes into the tissue fluids, and lymphatic system filter harmful pathogens and drains excess tissue fluid back to the circulation. So that is the reason why lymphatic system is very much important for our body's immune system and resistance. Okay, because it filters the harmful pathogens. It is closed system consisting of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, lymphatic ducts and organs. Okay, lymphatic system consists of what? It consists of capillaries, vessels, lymph nodes, lymphatic ducts and some lymphatic organs. All these correlate with each other and lymphatic system is formed. So what is lymph? Lymph is a colorless fluid containing blood plasma and lymphocytes. What are lymphocytes? We have learned before, that is a T and B lymphocytes that flows through the lymphatic system to return excess fluid back to the circulation. That is the main reason why lymphatic system is in our body. What it do? It return excess fluid which is there in the interstitial fluid, and it transport it to our blood circulation through lymphatic vessels. Okay, that is the main reason why lymphatic system is established in our body. It nourishes tissues and carries out waste products. Okay, so what is the composition of lymph? How lymph is composed? What are the components of our lymph? When the tissue fluid is in the blood, we call it as blood plasma. Okay, when it is in between the cells, we call it as interstitial fluid, and the same fluid when it is come into the lymphatic vessels or lymphatic capillaries, we call it as lymph. Okay, so most of the components of the blood plasma are there in the lymph. So composition of lymph is as similar as blood plasma. First is water, that is 94% of water, solids 6%. So solids मध्ये काय काय येतं बघा? Proteins, total proteins content varies from 2 to 4.5%. आपण आधी पाहिलेलं आहे की कोणकोणते तीन प्रोटीन्स आहेत ते अल्ब्युमिन, ग्लोब्युलिन अँड फिब्रिनोजेन. अल्ब्युमिन इज व्हॉट? कशामध्ये यूज होतो तो? इट रेग्युलेट्स ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर. बरोबर. ग्लोब्युलिन, ग्लोब्युलिन काय आहे? It is responsible for body's defense mechanism, and fibrinogen which is a clotting factor. In addition to this, traces of prothrombin are also found. Prothrombin is also a clotting factor. बरोबर. Next is fats. It varies between 5 to 15% depending on diet. Okay, if the diet contain, if the regular food intake contains more percentage of the fat, then there is a more percentage of fat in our lymph. Okay. Third one is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, sugar 132 mg per 100 ml. Other constituent contains waste products like urea, creatinine, then electrolytes like chlorides, phosphorus, calcium, then enzymes and antibodies are also present in the lymph. Okay, the composition of blood plasma and lymph are nearly same, but some additional components are added in the lymph, and the percentage of fat is more than regular blood plasma level. Okay, remember that. Next, what is the function of lymphatic system? First one is it protects the body against infection by filtering and destroying bacteria. Okay, there are lymph nodes which are responsible for the production of lymphocytes and which are responsible for filtering the bacteria and viruses and pathogens which are there in the blood plasma. Lymphatic system is like a defense mechanism for filtering and destroying bacteria in our body. Next, it drains excessive tissue fluid from the intercellular spaces to the blood. What it do that? First, lymph capillaries fill out themselves with the interstitial fluid or tissue fluid which is present in the interstitial space. Okay, then the tissue fluid is then transported through lymphatic vessels throughout our body. Next function is that it absorbs and transport fatty acids and fats from the digestive system. Okay, we will see later on. There are villi in our small intestine, and these villi are responsible for absorption of fats, and this fat is again then collected into the lymph, and then so that's why there is a more percentage of fats in our lymph. Lymphatics carries waste products from the tissues to blood. Okay, so most of the waste products are thrown out by the cells to the interstitial fluid. So these waste products are again carried out through lymph and transported to a blood for then filtration and excretion of the waste products. It returns plasma proteins to the blood. It is the main important function. Okay, remember that some proteins which are have to be carried out to the blood, they remain in the interstitial fluid. So such proteins have to be carried out. They are carried out through our lymph and lymphatic system to the blood circulation. Lymph nodes are the sites where lymphocytes and antibodies are produced. So that's why lymphatic system is responsible for defense mechanism and immunity of our body. So how this lymph is formed and transported throughout our body? Lymph is formed by filtration of tissue fluid from interstitial fluid between the cells into lymphatic capillaries. Okay. First, there is a collection of tissue fluid from the interstitial space. So this is done by lymphatic capillaries. It enters into capillaries by walls and pressure created by. Okay. First, there are the certain walls in the capillaries. These walls have the ability to open and close. When there is more amount of tissue fluid outside the capillary, it creates pressure inside the capillary and walls are get open, and the interstitial fluid or the tissue fluid outside get inside the capillary. After that, when the pressure is balanced, walls are closed and is remain inside the capillaries, which is then transported through capillaries to the collecting trunks by the contraction of walls of the capillaries. Okay. Lymphatic capillaries are thin wall capillaries made up of single layer of endothelial cells which are similar to structure that of blood capillaries. They are similar in structure. They are a single layer of tissue cell. They are single layer of endothelial cells which are some of like of similar structure to the blood capillaries. It is then transported to collecting trunks. Okay, just I have explained how the tissue fluid gets inside the capillaries. Now the walls of the lymphatic capillaries are responsible to transport the tissue fluid from one place to another. Then these capillaries drains their tissue fluid to the collecting trunks which are smaller in size, which carries lymph to lymphatic vessels. Okay, so they carry from lymphatic capillaries to lymphatic vessels. The walls present in the lymph vessel help to push the lymph in one direction toward the thorax. Okay, all the tissue fluid is collected in the lymphatic vessel. Then lymphatic vessels have walls which are responsible for flowing the lymph in a one direction to the thorax. Okay, this occurs due to the contraction of the vessels. Walls of the vessels get contract and the fluid gets upward to our thorax. During passage of the lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes are present. Okay, during the passage in the length of the blood vessels, there are some lymph nodes are present. Most of the lymph nodes are in a group. So what are these lymph nodes? Lymph nodes which filters and cleans the lymph by using the lymphocytes. Lymph nodes have the ability to produce lymphocytes, and lymphocytes, what they do, they filter and cleanse the lymph from any bacteria, viruses, then all the solid particles which are there have to be filtered, and all the cell debris which are there in the lymph. These lymphatic vessels unite to form larger trunks which opens into the right lymphatic duct and thoracic duct. Okay. Now we have collected all our lymph through our blood vessels, but they are have to be passed forward to our larger trunks to right lymphatic duct and left lymphatic duct, also known as thoracic duct. Look in the diagram. First, lymphatic capillaries collect all the lymph, then transfer to lymphatic vessels. Then lymphatic vessels, they have lymph nodes which filters and clears the lymph. Then it is transferred to again lymphatic vessels, then larger lymphatic trunks, and then to the collecting ducts like right lymphatic duct and left lymphatic duct called as thoracic duct, and then to the subclavian vein. Okay, we will see what is the subclavian vein. The thoracic duct carries lymph from the legs, pelvis, abdomen, left half of thorax, left arm, head and neck, and drains lymph to the left subclavian vein. Okay, thoracic duct. What is the other name of thoracic duct? It is a left lymphatic duct. Okay, so thoracic duct carries lymph from the legs, then pelvis, then abdomen, left half of thorax, left arm, left head and left part of the neck, and drains this lymph to the left subclavial vein. Okay, see in the diagram there is a thoracic duct which drains the lymph into the left subclavial vein. Also, upper part of the body there is a left interjugular vein which is not the part of the lymphatic system, but it helps to collect the tissue fluid from upper part of our body. Next, the right lymphatic duct drains lymph from the right half of the thorax. Okay, left part of the thorax collect all blood to the thoracic duct, and right part of the body collect lymph from all parts of the body to the right lymphatic duct. Again, this right lymphatic duct drains lymph from right half of the thorax, right arm, head and neck, and empties it into the right subclavial vein. Okay, see in the diagram, right lymphatic duct carries all the lymph from the right part of the body and then empty it into the right subclavial vein. So why they call it as subclavial vein? Because it is present below the clavicle, so it is called as subclavial. Okay, now we see all the lymph is in the left and right subclavial veins. Okay, now the filter lymph drains clear fluid back to the blood circulation. Okay, the lymph in the subclavial veins drains the lymph to the blood circulation so that the fluidity can be maintained in the blood. Now there is a one point remaining. The villi of the small intestine contains lymphatic vessels called lacteus. The digested fat is absorbed through lacteus. Lymph containing in lacteus is called as chyle, and chyle contains high amount of fat. Okay, this is how all the fat is absorbed and collected in the lymph. There are villi in the small intestine contains the lymphatic vessels as well, which are called as lacteus. So the digested fat when absorbed through lacteus collected in the lymph, and when it is collected in the lacteus it is called as chyle. So the chyle contains high amount of fats. Now we will see what is a lymph node, which are present in the course of lymphatic vessels in a groups. So what are these lymph nodes? These are small oval or bean shaped glands present in the course of lymphatic vessels. They are usually distributed in groups. Okay, they are present in groups. The main groups of the glands are present in axilla, then neck, thorax, abdomen and groin. So most of the lymph nodes are present in the part of or the region of axilla, neck, thorax, abdomen and groin. See in the diagram, there are afferent lymph vessels which carry lymph to the lymph node and efferent lymph vessel which drains the lymph and carry the lymph to again lymphatic vessels. There are some partitions in the lymph node which are called as trabeculi. There is one capsule around the lymph node and the follicles or the compartments which are formed by the trabecula contains the lymphoid tissue. This is all we can see in this diagram. So let's see what is its structure. These are oval or bean shaped glands ranges from 1 to 25 millimeter in length. Okay, they are ranged from 1 to 25 millimeter. Coating of dense fibrous connective tissue called capsule. So this capsule is made from dense fibrous connective tissue. Capsule give rise to the fibrous extensions called as trabeculi. These extensions are embedded inside the lymph node and giving formation to the trabeculi. They divide the substances of the nodes into irregular spaces. What is the function of trabeculi? They divide the substances of the nodes into the irregular spaces. Then they provide passage to the blood vessels and give support. The spaces between the trabeculae contains lymphoid tissue which produces lymphocytes. Okay, the follicles or the compartment which is formed by the trabeculae contains lymphoid tissue which is responsible for production of lymphocytes. Node has two parts, outer cortex and inner medulla. Okay, first one outer part is capsule and then there is a cortex and inner centrally located part we call it as a medulla. Cortex consists of many follicles that serve as site for densely packed lymphocytes. Okay, outer rim of each follicle consists of T cells and macrophages. Okay, the outer part contains dense packed lymphocytes and they contain mostly T cells and macrophages. Central area of follicle consists of B lymphocytes which proliferate to antibodies secreting plasma cells. Okay, we know what B lymphocyte do. They proliferate to antibodies and also they secrete plasma cells which are responsible for phagocytosis. In the medullary region, lymphocytes are tightly packed in strands called as medullary cords. Okay, in cortex they are present in densely packed form and contains T lymphocytes and macrophages. In medullary region, that is a centrally located part, contains also the lymphocytes which are tightly packed in strands, and these strands are called as medullary cords. Okay, next, afferent lymph vessels enter the lymph node and efferent vessels carry lymph from the node to the again lymphatic vessels. A concave border called hilum through which arteries pass and veins and efferent vessels leaves. So, in the structure, in the medullary part in which the efferent lymphatic vessels go out and blood arteries and veins are connected, this part is we call it as hilum. Okay, so which are the functions of lymph node? They filter out solid particles including bacteria, microbes, dead and live phagocytes, broken and damaged tissues. It is like a membrane filter which filter all the bacteria, microbes, dead and live phagocytes, then cell debris. They produce lymphocytes and multiplication of T and B lymphocytes. The lymph node, the structure of lymph node we have just seen. In that there are mostly T lymphocyte, macrophages and B lymphocyte produced by the lymphoid tissue. The production of plasma proteins like globulin. Okay, globulin is mostly involved in the defense mechanism. So the production of this globulin is done by the lymph nodes. So this is up to it. Thank you, and we will see next points and next organs and other diseases related with the lymph we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.